So this is part 2 of the Sunday. So addressing, um, continue with this learning series. Uh, it's funny because I don't pay attention enough to the formal structure of the program. So just some some things in the beginning. The commencement. I always looked at commencement, right, as part of the whole 1, 2, 3, but I always broke it up into 3 parts. So from here, I would always think of this as 1, and the step out as 2, and then open and close as 3. And as I said, oh, because I'm going to create a learning series, I better make sure um, I've got the steps and the names correct because I'm going to put it out there. So within the program, just to make this clarity, commencement is this move and the step out. And then the open and close is considered number 2. So I'm wrong in my earlier ones, but just to be consistent. Yeah? And that does make sense because commencement is not just the starting, okay, getting things in motion, but that first step out, you're stepping out and you're going from here to here. So from here, this is really where we start the set. So again, if I turn at an angle, commencement is from here. This is the stepping out is still considered commencement. And then the open and close. So that's number 2. Okay. And of course, to add confusion, if I say, oh, we're just going to do that and then go into closing, you could say, oh, closing is number 3. But if you don't go into closing, then something else is number 3. So that just adds to the confusion. But I'm checking my notes so that I can get the proper names, right, so you can compare it, especially if you take from another Taichi for Health teacher to create that consistency in there. Okay, so I realized I didn't really spend time on the open and close. I just kind of glossed over open and close. So let me address open and close. So at the basis, get a little closer. At the basis, open and close, you're just separating the palms. Excuse me. Just separating out the palms. But it's a Qigong, and it's considered, they treat it as the Qigong movement in the Taichi for Health set, in the Sun Lutang set. So it addresses heart lung. Yeah? Basically, the height that you do your open and close tends to line up with different chakra. That's the most common way of doing it. So within the Sun Lutang set, it's emphasizing heart and lung. And it's really nice because instead of having to hold up your hands, right, it drops into place. Center of the palm, the Gung point, which is also heart, right, open and close. So the first level is just think heart and lung, right? And then you think expansion, contraction, right? The body is breathing and relaxing. Lungs are opening and closing. The heart is pumping. Right? The whole body is expanding and relaxing. Okay, so technically, you don't want to go really past your shoulders. Okay? And these are guidelines. So once you go past your shoulders, that's a little too big, and you can feel the shoulder joint starting to move too much. So that's the first basic, right? Height of the heart and lungs, and not too wide. And really, it's the width of your underarm. Like I would say, the correct guideline is the width of your underarm. There. Okay, so that's the basic. You want the fingers pointing straight up. So Let the wrist sink. Expand the palm. In our set, we want to keep this stretch expanded almost the entire time of the set. We want to have that myofascial stretch throughout our whole body. And by expanding and making the palm nice and large, expanding, we practice Gung. So we have to let go, relax. And when we let go and relax, you can feel your palm expand even more. So there'll be some relaxation throughout the set, but for the most part, a lot of the set is just this open palm. So when we do the open and close, right, you're practicing just holding that form. Now the inside is the pericardium channel. The outside is the triple burner channel. So as you expand and sink, you can feel and you drop the wrist, called a seated wrist. As you drop into the seated wrist and you expand, you can feel you're stretching and expanding the pericardium channel. Okay, so the two sides. And you're also expanding and stretching the triple burner channel. So I'm not going to get into the medical Qigong of that over here, because we're looking more at the form. But if you go and study the pericardium channel and the triple burner channel, they always address together, and you can learn about the importance to the body. So activating and opening that up is built into here. The medical Qigong is built into here. Okay? Now the shoulder blades, you don't want to it's not just straight open and close like this. What you want is you want the arm to swing. So you want the shoulder, imagine the shoulder blade. Let's use like the fan. Okay? If the fan were the shoulder blade, right, you want the shoulder blade pivoting and swinging. So if my arms are straight down, when I drop my shoulders and drop my shoulder blade, right, it causes, because the shoulder will, right, the arm is attached to the shoulder. When I drop my shoulder blade, the bottom of the shoulder blade swings forward. So my arms swing forward. So my resting posture of my hands is not here. Right? I have to force it to be straight. Force this to open. If I relax, the arm actually swings forward. So where it rests is not on the side, not in the front, but my palms rest right on the diagonal. Okay? So when we do the open and close, imagine the shoulder blade. You have to put your mind right back here, and you think of it's attached, and the shoulder blade can swivel. You want the shoulder blade swiveling from that one point. And when you study the shoulder blade swiveling, then as you open the hands, they won't be like this at first. When you study the shoulder blade, you get this triangle coming up, and you'll see this arc coming out from here. Okay? They'll sweep. So if your elbows were resting, say on dough or sand or something, as you did this move, right, you're going to create a curve in the bottom of your mold. So you want to feel the shoulder blade coming out. And breathing in and out. So at that point, with the wrist, my wrist is still about width of underarm, but the fingers are closer together, because it's the whole arm is swinging in and out. That's not how the form looks when you see people perform it. So this step is studying the shoulder blade, letting it swing. Okay? As you start to understand the mechanics of where the shoulder blade is swinging from, then we need to start looking at the breath. So breathing in and out. So the movement starts to be synchronized and driven by the intent, the E, but also by the breath. So it starts to represent expansion, contraction. So it's like a bellows. It's probably thinking of a bellows is probably a really good example. Right? If you know what those bellows are, right? Those to have a little point, and they have a little point coming out, and you pump them, right, to pump air, right? So you squeeze them together to pump air coming out. So breathing in, expanding, and letting go. So when you let go, everything just falls back into place. As you start focusing, when you focus only on the shoulder blades, right, you get this kind of movement. When you start focusing on the breath, instead of thinking of pulling the shoulder blades up, you let the shoulder blades expand. You let it just swivel because the lungs and the chest is expanding. So now the shoulder blade starts to follow the breath, starts to follow the other movements. As you start to refine and combine and go through your studies, that expansion this way, with the shoulder blades relaxed, it starts to look more like the form that you see people do, just open and close. But it's not mechanical. It's not just open close, right? It's not just open close here. It's relaxing shoulders down, height of heart, expanding the palms, sinking the breath deep, and just letting it move as you breathe in and out. So the more you use the breath, the smaller this movement tends to become. You have to go through this whole series to understand what your movement looks like. But once you do that, then as your intent, as you allow yourself to change your intent of what you're doing, the movements, right? It could be a very large movement. It could be a very subtle movement. Because I'm focusing so much on the breath, but allowing everything to expand. Right? Or it could be somewhere in between. I could be really emphasizing this palm, right? Then it looks straight, a little straighter, but it's never exactly parallel, right? It has to have that little swivel, that sweep coming in and out. Okay, so again, you start off with the mechanical, learn the shoulder blades, and let that triangle come out. You involve the seated wrist, so dropping the wrist, dropping the shoulders, and then that's where you see this mudra come out, right? Was it the namaste they call it, right? It can be two hands or one-handed from here. It's sinking, just dropping and sinking into place. Right? Express and stretch and expand. And drop the wrist, that will stretch the pericardium channel, and that will stretch that will stretch the pericardium channel, and on the outside the triple burner channel. Pericardium channel starts with the tip of the middle finger, runs down the center. Triple burner channel starts with the tip of the ring finger, and then runs on the outside. And then they join right around here, they join each other from here. It could look like this, it could look like this, and it could look like this, still feeling the same, and it could look like this. Barely moving. You're barely moving. Okay, so it's just a development in there. Okay? So just to address the open and close, there's a lot going on. In every movement, there's a lot going on. You just have to find it and look for it and address it. Okay, so just to review, uh, we've we've covered we've covered from here, standing, the preparation, and the most important thing is the breath, and it starts off with the inhale and the exhale, letting go, and involving the whole body, and adding that extra breath, and they'll add that flying motion. And when you exhale, you're starting Sung. Okay? And that goes to your right. You're going to shift to your right. I'm mirroring you. Okay? Having to fold and turn. I'm sorry. In the left, your left foot can turn out first, and then shift and fold. Let the body turn, and then the right foot. Then coming back to center, breathing in and out, and ha. And use the ha to find your perfect height. Okay. Then it moved into commencement. And from here, dropping down and shifting to your right. I'm mirroring you. Right? So your left foot is free. It steps out. You don't shift. You let go. Right? And then you can turn. The hands rolling out. Working on the timing of the hand and leg. Open and close. Coming to the heart and then the open and close. Right here. Okay. So remembering, right, if I'm in center, to be able to pick up your left leg, I have to shift all the way to the right, but you have to fold. Right? This has to fold. That'll help to keep the knee back, but not just folding, turning, and that will free up. They'll pull up the heel, and the discipline of staying here, not lunging or dropping forward, but letting go, relaxing, right? And then you can shift. So learning how to let go, listening to the hip joints and the shoulder joints. Okay. So just a quick review from what we've done so far, which is the first 6 opening movements. Okay, so starting with preparation, starting with inhale and letting go. Ha. And then we can start gathering, expand, slowly let go, and then feel when you to rise. Take some time to press the knees back, breathe in, and ha, let go. And then shift to the right, turn and fold into the right hip so the left foot can open. Shift into the left, turn into the left hip so the right foot can open. Come back to center, breathe in and rise. Gently push the knees back, not too hard, and ha. At this point, you can do wuji. Right? So you can practice just breathing, just getting everything set. Okay? And then commencement starts with the inhale again. Okay, so that same lesson. So breathing in, commencement, and then letting go, ha. Okay. Same time, you should be shifting to the right, stepping, rolling the ball. This is still part of commencement. Turn on the gently rubbing against the rib cage and center. You want open and close. And then we went into single whip. So we started with shifting to the left and turning to free the right. Tap. And then you can pivot, step, release. And then shift forward, breathe in and exhale. Look at the left hand. And then you have to shift and turn. Those turns are very important, learning to free up the hip joint. We're sinking into the hip joint and releasing the hip joint and the shoulder joint. And that flows into one south, so that's the first time. And especially when you're learning, turn 45 degrees. Second time, and third time. And come back to center, open, close, and repeat on the left side. So shift to the right, let yourself turn to free the left, then turn 45 to the left, pick up the left and sink into the right hip, extend the heel and let go, ha, then shift, single whip. Look at the right hand, shift back to the right, turn to free the left, then step, then shift. So first time, turn, take your time, develop that discipline of not falling into the move, of relaxing, letting go, and then turning. Second time, and third time. Finish on the right side, and then open and close. And then closing, let everything go. Feel like you're just slightly supporting with your palms. Breathe in, come down, breathe in and down. Shift to the right, free the left, and then we can bring it in. Breathe in and let go. Okay, so that's where we ended. So the next movement, besides the open and close, is learning how to turn and transition into the brush knee. So for you, we're from here, right? The hands are in the open and close. Right? We're going to turn to the left. And the brush knee from here. Okay? That's followed by follow step and stepping back. Okay? So we'll address up to there. So from the front view, I'll still turn that way. Okay? So from the front view, right, because I want to turn that way, I have to shift to your left leg, free your right leg, and then turn into the hip joint. As I turn, I let this leg follow. So your right leg will follow. And as it comes in, I want it to turn 45 degrees. So I have to shift, all right? I have to fold, I have to turn. It starts turning. I sit back, I have to free your right leg. So I have to turn again. Now this leg is free. Now I'm going to turn. Now I can step. And the discipline, right? Not shifting yet. Now letting go. Okay? Now I can shift forward. So that's just the leg. So again, just looking at the leg. Right? We want to turn. So you have to think, right? We want to turn that way. So this leg has to turn. And then this leg has to free. So to free, right? We have to turn. Then it can be free. Then we can turn back. Okay? And remember, this is breaking it down into the learning steps. So eventually, your upper body won't show these huge turns. But if you force the ending form on your beginning, right, it's going to prevent the development of your hip joint. So this is so important. So one more time, just the legs. We'll have the hands we'll keep the hands at the heart. We're going to shift to your left, free your right, turn into your left hip, let the right leg turn 45, sit back on the right, turn back into the right to free your left leg, right? And then you can turn, and then you can step and come out. Okay, with my back to you, so we're going the same. I'm going to shift to my left, fold into my left, right foot turns, sit back, turn to free my left leg, and then turn, unfold, drop the whole leg down, let go of the joints, and then I can turn and shift forward at the same time. So it's not going forward and then turning, it's not turning and then going forward, it's spiraling to here. So that's just the leg. So one more time, and the other side is it's the same lesson, just facing the other side. So it's 1, 2, 3 from here. Yeah, from here. Again. Oops, I'm sorry. So spiraling and sitting back and turning, releasing, and then going. So in those examples, I'm starting to flow the movements together. You face this way and do it just so you see it from a different angle. And so I'm going to turn this way. Sitting back, turning, stepping, releasing, right? And now shifting and turning to the front. So without the hands doing too much and just letting my left hand go, the form starts to come out by itself. I'll face you. I'm going to turn. I'm still turning to my left. I'm just facing different directions. Right, so I have to free the right leg. I have to turn, sit back, turn to free the left. Then I can turn, release, step, release, and then I can turn. So you can see my right hand moves a little bit, but that form starts to come out from here. All right, let's turn to your right. The same thing, but turning to your right. Right, so just focusing on the leg. So your left leg is going to turn, right? We have to turn this way, so your left leg has to go 45. And then we have to free the right and step out, and then brush knee. Just doing the same things, right? To turn the left, we have to free up the left, so we have to shift into the right, relax and turn, then the left foot can turn. Then sit back into the left, we have to free the right, so we have to turn back into the left hip, and then we can turn, clear that leg, step, right? Don't lunge, right? Relax, let go, come forward, and then turn while we're coming forward. Okay, one more time. I'm going to shift into my right, free my left toe is up, pivot, sit back on the left, turn into the left hip to free the right, then turn, making sure it clears, my right leg clears my left, step out, drop the whole leg down, let go. Now I can shift forward from here. Notice my leg doesn't straighten all the way out like this. I'm loading it up, there's a spring. General guideline, I don't want my knee passing my toe. Right? So if once it passes my toe, I can feel that pressure going into my kneecap. So it's just short from here. Okay. So really quickly about the legs. Okay? Again, to pick up one leg, you have to shift, fold, and turn. So as you practice, watch yourself in the mirror and listen to your shoulders. when you turn, are you twisting your shoulder blades, your shoulders, right? Are you twisting your whole upper body, or are you relaxing into here and just letting the body follow? If you emphasize the turn too much, you're going to overturn. So it's going to happen. But as you develop, relax, everything comes from the spine, from the dantian, and it pulls the rest of the body. Be careful you're not over twisting. Be careful you're not over twisting from here. Just shift, sink, release, and as it turns, everything turns with it. Okay? And again, when we're learning, we're really going to face 45 as you develop. The upper body is going to relax and it's going to start squaring out more. And that's going to create that spiral coming up as you develop. Okay, so what are the hands doing? Well, we start from the open and close. And as you turn, right, one hand is going to come straight up. And it's going to come right by the ear. And come straight up by the ear. So first you just send it up. You want to keep that nice palm open. Eventually you want to imagine something pulling the fingertips up. And so if we're turning this way, right, going to hands at the heart, going to shift from here. As I turn, so this is my right leg, my right hand. For you, if you're mirroring me, your left leg, your left hand. As I turn, this hand comes up at the same time. So the hand slides straight up. If I don't turn, it's just sliding straight up. But because I'm turning, it comes to the side. It comes to the side of my head, to my ears, from here. Okay. General guideline rule. Second finger, second line eye level. Second finger, second line eye level. That's a general guideline rule. If you're wondering like, oh, how high to put the hand, it'll end up right about second finger, second line eye level. And it's close, right? It's right here. So from here, it's just going straight up as I turn. This hand stays here, height of heart. So it's going to end up like this. From here. So this hand is going to cradle into the elbow. It's going to support into the elbow. It's like holding a bubble. This is the back pressure. It holds that bubble. It helps to flow that chi out through the palm or through the fingers. So these fingers have to be loose and stretched and expanded for that energy to flow that way. This is the back pressure, right, coming from here. So it has that sliding move. So depending where my mind is, it almost feels like this hand is sliding down, right? Even though this hand is sliding up. But because I'm turning and it's moving, right? I have that feeling where this hand is running, it's pulling up, but this hand is washing down. So there's a flushing in here, right? Support, but flushing. So again, what's built into here? Your heart channel, washing down the pericardium all the way through the elbow, supporting from here. So every time you do this, right, you're flushing through the pericardium channel. On the pericardium channel, you have 5 elements. The 5 elements are associated with 10 organs. So just this move, the softer you do it, right, the more energetic you do it, the more the medical Qigong comes out where you're flushing and you're stimulating all your organs right here. Your lungs, heart, liver, stomach, intestines, spleen, gallbladder, and such. So all these movements are important. They don't run away this way, right? They're just sliding. Now you can see this hand falling a little as I turn. So yeah, technically it doesn't just stay there. you just let this hand fall into place. So one hand is coming up, the other hand is falling. In my mind, I don't even notice that this hand is falling. It's just this hand is turning, and it's automatic. So that swivel goes on. And it's like this swiveling move going on, like windshield wipers. Right? They just fall right into place from here. So if I start with my back to you, right, and we turn left first, right, as I shift and turn, my right hand is coming up. As I sit back, right? Oh, that's not a good example. You can't see it. Yeah, let me. Let's see. Let's face. I'll face this way. So I'm going to shift. As I shift and turn, my hand is already rising. So as my leg turns, as my body turns, my hand is coming up. As I sit back, I release the wrist, the shoulder joints, the hip joints. Right? So turning, I sit back, it starts to release. The hands, by releasing, it's initiating the fall. When I pick up the left, the hand is pointing to the center. So by the time I step out, the coordination of the hand and leg, this is aiming right for the center of my chest. As I turn, it's coming forward. So when I step, my fingertip is facing forward. As I sink from here, the foot is just dropping down. I'm just sinking. And I'm turning same time. Right when it taps, after it taps, I drop the heel of my palm and I lift my sternum. As I lift my sternum, it's going to sweep my hand up. Right? It's going to lift everything up and it's going to come out a little bit more. And you can see against the, oh, it's perfect, right where the mirror, not the mirror, the curtain and the wall is, right? So if I'm tapping right about the edge of the curtain where it sets down, and then I keep on dropping and turning and lift my sternum, right? It comes out a little. This hand, just let it drop. In the beginning, I'd rather you just let this hand go, even if it looks like that. Right? You can let go of that form a little bit to learn how to relax. Eventually, this hand will stay at this type of height. But I don't have a problem with you learning as you let go to release all that energy. And then slowly pick it back up. Slowly try to get that palm back. It's more important for me that you let go. If you let go, that form will just come out. The basic structure from here will just come out. But if you're so focused on, oh, it has to stay here, you're creating all this tension up, right? Nothing lets go. So you just pop, and that's it. Instead of relaxing, right? If I relax, the expansion comes out. Okay, so from the back, I'm going to do the open and close. I shift to my left, my right hand starts to rise, my right foot is free. I continue to turn, my hand continues up. As I sit back, my hand starts to fall. As I release my left, as I turn, and the hand finishes the fall, step, you sink, and as the leg, as I shift forward, the heel of the palm starts to drop. The sternum starts to lift. And that's it. Okay, that's the brush knee. When you feel yourself, you feel unstable when you step out. If you feel like you're wobbling side to side, your legs are too close together. It's too narrow. So you feel like, oh, you don't have the stability. You need to step out a little bit more. Width of underarm. So one time turning to the left. So shift, free the right, turn, the right hand is coming up. Sit back, heel, drop. Lift the sternum from there. So in the end, you want the sternum up, and all that nice posture, bottom of the feet relaxed from here. Okay, so that's brushed now. So let me do it. I'll do it facing you. I'll turn this way, so you can see the coordination, the timing. Sit, and it's starting to relax and starting to fall. Tap, lift the sternum. Okay, that's all we need. This palm is more in the center. And probably a little bit on the side. It doesn't have to be exactly center, but the fingertip aims for the center, and the heel of the palm drops and then left from here. Okay, so one more time. I'll face you. I'm going to turn to, let's say, your left. I'm going to free the right leg. So I can turn, free the left leg. Palm dropping, fingertip dropping. Lift. From here. Now that's the basic form, but the form really doesn't end there, because that energy you're coming out, you have to let it go. That's where it really ends. Okay. So you're tapping with the fingertip, then heel of palm, and then lift. Okay? Coming out. So it's a push. You can see application would be a push, right? A strike, a push, a shove, however you want to interpret it for now. And then it has to let go. It has to follow through. So in when I do my Yang set, we show that. In the Sun set, we don't show that. So in the Yang set, I might come out with two palms, and then they'll follow through, and then I'll drag it back for the next one. But in the Sun set, it'll tap and come out from here, right? And it doesn't drop. But the wrist needs to let go. Okay, why doesn't it drop? Because we're emphasizing the stretch of the fingers, the stretch of the ligaments and tendons, and trying to keep that myofascial stretch while learning how to Sung, while learning how to let go, while we're expanding. So the Sun set really emphasizes this palm and this stretch and this seated palm. And you look at it, and when you study it, you can see, oh yes, just stretching those two channels. So you come from here. From here, you still have to release this wrist. Even though the palm is stretched, you still have to learn to release. And that release comes with the next movement. What is the next movement? Next movement is the follow step. Okay, so the leg coming up, so I'm going to turn. Okay, when I follow step, I have to fold into my left. The body's going to angle, and that's going to help that leg to come up. That energy, that it's a shuffle. So the energy is going to come up. If I do this, that energy is going to come up and release out through this hand. So if this hand is stiff, that energy is just going to go up. We want to let it go. So you want the feeling of letting go, but only in the wrist. And that's the trick. So shoulders have to be down, and you have to relax a little bit while you're maintaining this stretch. And that's where Sung comes in, the study of Sung, of letting go. Okay, so it would be lift here, fold, the back leg can release, and it can shuffle, and there's a slight let go. Okay? You can, especially in the beginning, you can slightly let it go. Right? Don't just keep it expanded like this. Slightly let it go, let go of the wrist. And that's when you can feel that energy flow. Because it's building up, Right? It's going to explode out and then So even though I don't show this, the wrist has to let go a little bit from there. So I think for us to learn the brush knee properly, we have to add in the follow step, because the follow step allows for that release of energy. So we can stop here and we can adjust the follow step again more in the next lesson. But I think so we don't limit ourselves. Okay? That it's important not to stop the brush knee here, but to add the follow step so you release. And you can feel that difference. So if you have the brush knee and when you follow step, first let this go. Then you can feel all that energy release. And when you release, don't lift. Okay? Don't lift like this. This palm, relax. It has to drop. Okay? The transition, the shoulder joints, the pelvic joints have to let go. All the joints have to let go. Okay, so my back to you. Right hand up. Shift, turn, fold into the right. Right fingers start facing forward. Heel of the palm. Lift. Fold into the left and start letting go of the palm and follow step. So to learn, let the hand drop for now. So you get used to letting go. And then once you understand that feeling of letting go, then learn to release it without the hand having to drop all the way down. Right? So dropping the hand is kind of a trick to help you let go. Once you understand it's just letting go, right? Then just see how much the hand follows. And then as you develop, the palm can be more and more like this. When you understand, you drop and you release and you can feel the tension let go a little bit, but it doesn't have to be like this. But it does have to expand and contract. Right? We have constant expand, contract. So expand and a little bit of contraction of letting go. So that contraction allows that energy to just flow nicely. Right, so let's turn to your right. I'll do my back first, facing my back. So we have to free up the left leg first. So we have to shift right, turn. The left hand is starting to slide up. Sit back. The left hand is starting to drop into place. Step. Fingertip to the heart. Lift the sternum and release. Follow step from here. Okay, one more time. Right side. Shift to the right. Left hand starting to slide up. Back. Left hand starting to come forward. Point forward. Step. Fingertip. Heel of palm. Sternum. Fold into the right. Follow step. And release that energy. Check this hand. Make sure you're not up. Stiff. Again, you could just drop this hand lower to help you to learn how to release that energy. And that's going to help your health so much, right? That letting go. One time facing you this way. So it's up to you, right? You want to mirror me or go opposite, whatever makes sense to you. Follow step. And one time facing this way. Okay, so we'll end today's lesson right at that follow step. Next time we'll talk about the follow step, where the weight is and all, because the follow step is not just stepping up, right, but it's stepping back. So you can see in the set the progression of moves that it adds on, from still, together, to opening, to separating, one simple step, right? And then stepping side, right? Learning how to pivot, how to free up the hip is important. And then the side step, right? And practicing on both sides, right? And then the big pivot. And then the walking comes in. Okay? And then the next part is the twist step, right? The parry, the twist step, where you're learning how to walk and twist and draw your hands in a straight line while still doing that medical Qigong, right? Still washing through. Don't forget, all these do have real martial applications, but we're focusing on the energetic and the health applications of them. Okay. All right, so we'll just run through the set. Just take your time. You can. This is going to be a recorded video, so you can do it however you want each time, right? Relaxed or really strict, or just really relaxed, or just enjoy yourself. Yeah. So everything starts with the breath. Oh, so feet together, ankles lightly touching. Start with the inhale and then letting go. And we just do one cycle. Breathing in. Open left. Open right. Commencement. A single whip. Right side first. Raise the palms. Fold and turn into the left. One solve. Finish on the left side. Back, open and close. Repeat on the left side, single whip. So shift to the right, turn. Free the left and then turn. Breathe in. Turn to the right. Free the left. Second time. Third time. Finish on the right side, open, close. Brush knee, we're going to turn to your left. So shift to the left foot first, right foot can turn. Okay, this is today's lesson. Lift, follow step. Fold into the left, step back. Roll the hands to the center. Sit back, turn the waist to the right. Free the left foot, hupipa. Step out left heel. Twist step left, right hand under. Parry. Step up right. Twist step. You take a bigger step than me. I'm just running out of space. Parry. Turn, so the right foot is free and can follow. Oh, I'm sorry, let me do that again. From the brush knee, right? The brush knee, the follow step, stepping back, starting from the pupipa. Okay, so twist to the left, right foot up, twist to the right, shift up, left hand covers. Turn, right foot follow steps, turn a little bit more, then step back, rolling back. Gather, double palm, lift the sternum, turn back to the right, to the front, right foot and then left foot, open and close. Repeat on the right side, shift right first so you can turn left. Left foot follow. Sit back, hands roll to center. Sit back left, turn to the left, free the right foot. Tap, hoopy, right foot out. Twist step to the right. Left hand rise, parry. Left foot out. Twist to the left. Right foot up. Step up, right hand covers. Body's turned a little to the left. Turn to the right, step up. Step back. Rolling back. Gather. Lift. Double palm. Left foot follows, turn back to the front. Left, right, open and close. I'm going to turn to the right, repeat the brush knee again. Let me recenter. So I have to shift to my right so my left foot can turn. Follow step. Step back. Let the body turn to the left, leisurely tying the coat so the right hand drops. Pick it up, turn back, palm, turn to the left, sweeping down, turn back to the front, release. Now lift while turning to the left, release, step out. Hand comes out a little bit, turn to the right, left foot can follow step. And from here, you don't move this palm, you just open. Allow it to open, and then drag it back, right toe up, spiral right, come back to the heart. The tip of the left finger is on the wrist, swiveling. Step up, left foot follow, swivel back to the left. Left foot, hands release, and then right foot open and close. I'm going to do fist under elbow, so you have to shift to the right and turn, so you can slide the left foot back a little, and then sit back on the left, let the hands open, just like single whip, except sitting back. And then the right hand starts to drop, while the right foot is up, and then spiral left. Right foot and right hand. Turn right to free the left, and turn, and fist under elbow. Left foot up, move into the left hand, turn, right foot follow step. Open the right hand, sit back on the right foot, right hand comes up, repulse monkey, turn to the right to free the left, and then you turn to the left so I'm facing your back. Brush the knee. Lift the sternum, fold into the left so the right foot can step up. Sit back on the right, left hand up as you turn all the way around to the right until the knees touch. Free the right foot, Step back, so now you're facing my back. Brush the right knee, follow step. Sit back on the left, right hand up, right foot free. Turn to the left foot free. Brush the left knee. Follow step. Leisurely tying the coat so body is turned a little to the left. step back, fold into the right, the left hand comes up, and turn back to the left or to the front. Tap the left foot. Turn to the right while the hand wipes down to the lower thumb in. Right fingertip connects. Release. Lift. Spiral to the right. Tuck the elbows. Step. Come out. Turn to the left so the right foot can follow step. Right foot back. Open. Move away from the left palm. Pick up the left toe. And spiral left. Come back to the heart. Double palm. Come up. Fold into the left to release the right so you can follow step. And swivel on the right toe or the right ball of the foot. Right and then left. Open, close. And then we repeat that whole section. Brush knee to the left side. Leisurely tying the coat. Step. Turn. Free the left toe. Palm. Turn left, right. Lift. Step. Tuck the elbows. Follow step. Step back. Open. Spiral left. Heart. Double palm. Open, close. Swivel back to the right. Right foot, left foot. Fist under elbow. Shift to the left. Turn. Slide the right foot back. Open the hands. Sit back and the palms open. And the left hand starts to drop down. And spiral right. Left foot has to turn 45. Sit left. Turn to the left to free the right. And then turn back. Left fist. Right elbow. Step up. Shift into your right hand. The left hand punches a little. Sit back on the left. Left hand opens. Repulse monkey. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm trying that again. Right. I'm sorry. Keep your weight on. So fist under elbow. Left hand. Right elbow. Left foot back. Keep your weight on the right. From here, when you repulse monkey, you have to just turn. The left foot turns, and then you can free the right foot. Right? Then turn, step, fingertip, then shift. Brush the knee, your right hand down. I'm facing your back. Step up, step back. Right? Leisurely tying the coat. Oh, wait a minute, I'm getting all mixed up. I'm messing up the whole thing. Sorry. Oh, okay, wait. Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. This is the sequence, right? So, let's take it from the fist under elbow. Right? We need to do 3 brush knees. So, left hand fist, right elbow, stepping up. Weight stays on the right foot. Repulse monkey, left foot turns. I turn to your back, brush the knee. Follow step, left foot up. Shift back to the left, free the right foot. Right hand comes up with the right foot. Then rotate to your left. The right foot has to turn. Turn into the right so the left foot is free. Step back, so now you're facing my back. Brush the left knee. Follow step. Sit back right. Left hand up. Repulse monkey. Left foot free. Pivot on the left heel to your right. Now we're both facing the right. Brush knee. Now leisurely tying the coat. Out. Left foot back, open. Spiral right. Heart. Double palm. Left foot follows, small step. And then pivot. Left and right. Relax. Double palm out. Lift the sternum. Drop the elbows. And you decide when you're going to start rising. Breathing in and out. Shift to your right. And reversing the beginning. Left foot back. Breathe in. Out. Breathe in. A little extra and let go. And if you feel like you haven't really let go, breathe in. Okay, now you're ready. Oh, so sorry for all those little mistakes in the back. I'm either gonna have to redo this lesson for the video. I'm gonna have to sit down, do all the video editing. I'm so lazy, I probably won't do that. I'll just throw it on. What you see is what you get. Okay, bring the chair back. Yeah, that's your chair. So you want to make sure you warm down, loosen up right before we do our bell meditation. Okay, we're going to do bell meditation. Yeah, so when we do the meditation, you can let go of everything, right? Just forget everything we learned. Just focus on the breath. And really just focus on whatever it is. The more you let go, the more you'll naturally start to think about only that one thing that's important. So whatever it is you're stuck on, but you have to let go of everything else. Just relax. Just feel that thread from the center of your head pulling yourself up. As it pulls your spine up, relax the joints. Let the hips go to your legs and sink into the earth. Gently reach your toes down. Bottom of the feet, top of the head, the palms, no resistance. Slowly open your eyes, rub your hands together, loosen up your legs, warm up your eyes, brush your scalp, front to back, just the fingertips, not the fingernails, just the pads of your fingers, and tap. And unroll your ears after that. There are a lot of acupuncture points in the ears. Yeah, some people do the reflexology just from the ears, the whole body. Pull the muscles away from the spine. And you hit back and forth and up and down. Get loose wrist. The shoulder out to the fingertips. Outside, top, inside, bottom. 3 times. Okay, kidneys. Back of legs. You can stand up and do this if you want. Okay, breathe in. Nice stretch, expand. Come down. Remember to feel when you're going to rise. Breathe in. One more breath. And this time we're just going to let it go. So breathe in. Done. Right hand, left hand. All right, so thank you. So we took it up to the brush knee with the follow step, so that you just end the brush knee there, you're kind of stuck there. So you need that follow step to learn how to let go. And then don't forget, what I'm showing you is a lot of beginning form, and as you refine, the movements will get smaller and smaller and smaller, and then you look like other people who don't see them turning as much as I'm telling you to turn. But there's a purpose. There's a purpose for doing that. All right. Thank you.